So open-ended questions, that is the next part that we're covering in this PPT. And this is really about your own ideas. Like, what do you think that could be implicated as a response from the company in order to make Peter feel more valued? Exactly. So all of these questions, they're really about your own ideas. What do you believe they could do in order to improve the working environment, maybe?
Okay.
The first question is as follows. What could the company do to make Peter feel more valued? What do you believe?
Maybe just like, because Peter, I did not know what Peter he has mentioned specifically in the context, because he just said he wanted to transfer to another team, but he didn't mention it very detailed that what does he want to make the company valued him more. But I guess, yeah.
Now, this is actually where you gotta prompt yourself, where you gotta think it for yourself, you know? Because Peter did state that he felt undervalued, and in regard to his expertise, he does not feel that he's meeting his full potential. So if that was you, for example, if that was you, what would you wish the company could do in order to make you feel more valued? Now, and the easiest way to respond to this question is obviously salary raise, right? So it's the easiest
you're
way
right.
that anyone could ever respond
Yeah.
to that question, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what else could they do in order to make an employee feel more valued? That is not necessarily restricted to Peter's situation alone. What do you think a company could do in order to make any employee feel more valued on the job?
Because many employees, they have their own duty and their project, and they have a very clear workload and the timeline they're going to do to fulfill. So I think maybe it can be standardized. Like, for example, the company can give out some standard evaluation, probably, and then they can just like to review it regularly, for example, monthly, weekly, and if the employee who reached the standard, then the company might maybe give some bonus. Yeah.
So you believe that a company could have a standardized framework for
Framework. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
evaluating employees' performance?
Yes.
Don't a lot of companies already have that? Do you believe that this company doesn't have that? Excuse me, it's moving back.
Oh, okay.
So you believe that they could have a standardized framework to evaluate the employees' performances. And if they have met them or exceeded them, they could reward the employees with bonuses.
Yeah. Like, if they have a framework, then they can just like give some maybe some well-performed employees rewarding.
Rewards in what, like, of what kind? Would they be financial rewards? What type of reward? Because there are many different types of rewards. There can be learning
Oh,
development rewards. There can obviously be financial rewards that is in the form of a bonus or a salary raise. That would obviously, best case scenario is always and forever, not just always and forever, always and five ever actually, salary raise, right? So, but what type of bonuses could that be? That's also something you might think about, because a lot of people, when they think about bonuses or rewards, they generally associate that with rewards in a financial setting. But that's not necessarily the only type of reward that you can receive. Moving on to the
okay.
next one, how do you think Peter's transfer will impact the current team? What do you believe?
Can I say reduce the team's morale?
Well,
Reduce?
yeah, you can say that. Like it might impact. I
Impact.
wouldn't directly say reduce, but it might have a negative impact on the team's overall morale. You could say
Oh, negatively impact. Oh,
that.
okay, okay,
Negative impact, yeah, negative.
okay.
Or it might
Oh,
negatively impact.
okay.
However, if you talk about morale, you have to know that morale or team spirit in this case, actually, team spirit would be a better word to paraphrase it.
Team
Morale
spirit.
is a very deep-rooted term that is actually very often used in the context of military warfare.
Oh,
So
okay,
it
I see.
has, yeah, it has a deeper rooted meaning. So if you're talking about morale, then you would refer, often it's referred to the morale of soldiers in maybe the infantry as part of an army.
Mm,
But if it's in a working context, then you would preferably utilize the word
spirit.
spirit, so team spirit,
Oh, team spirit.
as opposed to morale.
Okay.
Exactly. So morale is very deep rooted and it has something to do with your overall drive, with your own internal drive as a person to work or execute a task.
Oh, okay. I see the differences. I
Exactly.
see the
So
difference. Thank you.
there are differences, and it would be team spirit. It would be more appropriate to say team spirit in this context.
Team spirit. Okay. Okay.
So, and the third one, the last question, what steps do you believe should the company take to prevent other team members from feeling undervalued? So again, this question is very similar to the first one.
First one, yes. Prevent.
Could they do?
I think, yeah, maybe they can set up like a system of the standard evaluation and maybe like company they can just praise each team members. Oh, you're doing well on this project, the ongoing project. Yeah, you're doing very well, and I can see your how you highlight this project, how you do it. Yeah, so I think it can highly prevent the members from feeling undervalued.
In this case, what the question implies, because you're talking about employee review, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about reviews over here. However, this question implies what steps the company could take in order to stop other team members from feeling undervalued. So this implies that maybe the team overall has very good quality employees that contribute significantly professionally to whatever project the team might be working on. So, and in order to prevent others from coming into the same situation as Peter did, the company could maybe establish a framework of rewards, a rewarding system that's always the most effective, actually. Because what you're
Yes.
talking about is more like a review system. That is, if somebody is maybe underperforming, and then you sit them together with an overperformer and let them learn from each other. That's more like a review system, but not a reward system. A reward is when you've done something very well, or you have exceeded expectations professionally, not personally, but on a professional level. And your company rewards you either with stocks, for example, with a bonus. Maybe some companies actually also reward you with like a holiday trip. That's also,
Holiday. Yeah, yeah.
that's a reward system. You know what I mean? So these are things that the company could implement in order to prevent other team members from also feeling undervalued and just leaving the company straight away.
Mm,
So
I-
review systems are problematic in the way that it makes people feel overly examined oftentimes. So it might make people feel like they're being watched or monitored extensively, but not rewarded in that matter.